for singing so beautifully about love. Sometimes I listen to them and I'm like, I cannot do that. I be able to do that. It's so amazing. So thank you again for that. So love. Love is all the things that Reverend Sin just mentioned and more, to me anyway. Because the love that Reverend Sin spoke about, for all intents and purposes, truly is the easy love. Even though it's really not easy at all. Having been married for 11 years now, I can tell you it is not easy. The commitment, the dedication is not easy. However, compared to standing on the side of love, it is easy. It is the easy part. So recently, last week, I don't know if you mentioned this, but I had strep throat. I was sick, and I was out, bedridden for the entire week. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't even get downstairs to watch TV. The only thing I had was my smartphone and my bed and my pillow. And so I did a lot of Facebooking, trolling, and reading my news feed, and my heart got heavy. Because really that was my only connection to the outside world. And I don't know, the people I'm friends with or the connections I've made through various things, the case from Florida kept coming up in different ways. And the words of Ella Fitzgerald, which I should have put up here, but I didn't, about how, when the mother of a black child is treated the same way when her son dies as the mother of a white child is treated, I'm paraphrasing, then we will know that we've made progress. And so these images, these thoughts kept coming through my news feed and just kept making my heart heavier and heavier. And I was sick too, so I didn't have that gut check of like, have I been meditating enough? So I was like, I hate this guy. I hate the guy who got off for murdering a young person who didn't do anything other than maybe be a little bit of a jerk who didn't turn down his music. I hate that guy. And I hate the jurors. These were the thoughts that were going on in my head. How could they be so stupid? And all this toxicity was coming up in me, and my heart was so heavy. And then I remembered this quote, maybe. There it is. From Gandhi. It is easy enough to be a friend to one's friends. And one could say, it's easy enough to love the people that you love. It's easy for me to love my husband because there are things about him that attract me to him. There are things that he does that I'm like, oh, that's cute. But to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. And that's the challenge. That is standing on the side of love. That is the hard part. To get past all those toxic feelings. Those feelings that I hate that guy, I hate the jurors, I hate what they did, and say, you know what, no. I love them too. And to really feel it. To really put those feelings of love out there for those people who are most challenging to you to find love in your heart for. I have to remember that the gentleman who committed those atrocities is also afflicted with the disease of racism. And through that lens, I'm able to love him. And only through that lens am I able to love him as a human. None of us is perfect. All of us have challenges, have things we need to work on. Some of us are not as self-aware as others and what those challenges may be. And so we need to love them too. But then I remember this quote. And I'm brought all the way back around. And this is by a Lutheran pastor from Germany, who at first was a Nazi sympathizer, and then changed his views, and he ended up in the concentration camps in World War II in Germany. And he said, first I came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. So maybe those murders in Florida didn't hit you so hard as they hit me, or as they hit the people who were on my news feed on Facebook, because maybe your husband or your son or your nephew doesn't play loud rap music, or maybe your husband or son or cousin or nephew doesn't have brown skin or wear a hoodie like 90% of the time the way my husband does. So maybe those things don't hit you so hard. But do you have to wait until it's you, or it's somebody who looks like your nephew? Do you have to wait till it's someone who looks like your cousin or your sister before you speak out and speak up, before you stand on the side of love and challenge yourself? It's easy to say it's not my problem. But as our seventh principle of Unitarian Universalism says, we're all interconnected. So it is your cousin, it is your brother. On the other side, the man who committed these atrocities is also your brother, your cousin, my cousin. We're all interconnected. So in standing on the side of love, we need to love all of those pieces. So the other thing that comes up on my news feed is standing on the side of love, 30 Days of Love campaign. So I'm going to end it on a high note, a happy note. Aside from all these, atrocities happening every single day for the last 30 days up until February 16th, I was getting in my email and on my news feed 30 different people who are choosing to stand on the side of love and actions that they've committed to doing and that they urge other people to do in standing on the side of love. And I was lucky enough to be one of the contributors to this. And it really moved me. And it moved me to see 30 other people who are seeing the same injustice in the world that I'm seeing in my newsfeed, in my personal life. They're seeing the same injustice and they're saying, you know what? We can do this. We can all get together and do this. There was a march in North Carolina for a moral march. There was all these different events taking place that had to do with standing on the side of love. And so I'll leave you with that. The easy stuff is love for the people that we already love. What I challenge you to do is stand on the side of love for those people who are difficult to love.